Welcome back, guys, and we are back after a bit of an extended break. I think it's been a good couple of weeks, but I took some time off for Christmas and all that good stuff. Hope everyone else had a decent Christmas. I did actually plan to get at least one video up in this time frame, but uh, it didn't go too well. Let's just say I tried to build the Mia control, and in the limited time frame I built a deck. I played a 20-minute match where I was land screwed for the first 20 cards, and then Brandon the job booked out on me, so I didn't really want to put anyone through that. So instead, I just decided to jettison off, and we are back with a interesting deck today. This deck is not refined, and it's not like if this deck was a fuel, this would still be a dinosaur. To put it in that context, I basically threw together some cards, and the theme behind this deck is I decided I really do hate my opponents. So this deck is based around them having as little fun as possible. So it's kind of a discard deck. We have 3 Vessel of Malignities, 2 Whisper of Emrakruls, it gets better. 3 Mindbreakers, 2 Thornot Seers, and of course 2 Distended Mindbenders. So basically we try and beat down by getting their hand empty, and this was a collaboration with a person called Pikeworm, who I think actually did used to upload videos. I'm not sure if he's still around, and I'm not even sure if he still watches my videos, but we've been going back and forth on a discard deck, and basically what I said to him is, in my discard decks, I like my discard creatures, I like my discard cards to also be able to beat down. So hence why I went like the creature route with stuff like Mindbreaker, despite it being a pretty terrible card. It is 3/3 body that makes him discard and all that good stuff. Same with Thornots here. Instead of going all in on stuff like Vessel and Nascencies and Whisper of Emrakuls and all that good stuff. So as you can see for the deck, it is a black-white colourless deck. We do run a lot of the Eldrazi, like Wasteland Strangler, Eldrazi Displacer, because that can get pretty disgusting, Matter Reshaper, and then just to add into the opponents aren't allowed to have fun, we have Campbell Console of Allocation, but Titan's Presence, because fuck Gideon. I'm trying to keep this serious, but like I said, this deck is not refined, so I can't really justify it too much. But I don't know, I just sort of see how it turns out. It isn't refined, so I'm not really going to spend too long on it, but you can see what the deck's generally trying to do, so hopefully we can get something done. I have not even taken this online. I have played 3 matches against the AI, and I have won all 3, but that's kind of like saying I took 3 matches against a opponent that got mana screwed on 1 mana. That's kind of the level of skill that you need, but like I said, we are back, and we will hopefully be getting some constant videos up. Like, I try and aim for like 3 videos a week, but we will see. Exams in January and all that good stuff, so it might be a bit inconsistent for another while yet, but hopefully I can find some more time. I am back at uni now, so it's easier to procrastinate than it is to actually do work. But I've been on a bit of a losing streak on the ladder. As you can see, I'm down to 34, and we're first in 2 Thopters. I wonder what deck he's playing. I'll keep this. This hand would be great on the play, but I'm not too excited about it on the draw. Copter is obviously a lot better when you're the beatdown deck, and if our opponent is fast, Copter's basically a dead card in his hand. But I don't know, maybe some magic works out here and he's a control deck and Campbell will kick his ass. We've got a removal spell now at least. That's good for 4 power. So I guess what could that hit? I don't know. But I'm not sure, I didn't mention this in the deck tech, but as you can see, a lot of our removal and even some of our discard is exile, which means like turns on all our processors like Wasteland Strangler and Mindbreaker. So it's there, and double console is an absolutely fantastic draw. Very excited about that. But Campbell should be good in this matchup. I'm assuming Grixis control at this point. He's gonna have to eat some life, or he's gonna have to kill Campbell, and I've got the second one to follow up with. Thornot is not too bad either. Our opponent discards a land. He's hit his 3rd mana. He's got pretty good colours. He doesn't have counterspell mana up yet though, so I can't sneak in a Campbell here. And the good thing here is that once Campbell resolves, if he wants to kill my Copter, he's gonna have to take 2 life. There's gonna be, you know, the whole life drain thing. And then if he doesn't kill Copter, then Copter's still alive, so I'm happy. So okay, I'm assuming Grixis Reanimator at this point, which is just disgusting considering his name. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm relatively okay with that. I mean, I'm not over the moon, but he did just 2 for 1 himself, and he lost 2 life in the process. And my combo's still in the field. So I mean, things have looked worse. I don't like the fact that Titan's Presence is dead if Thought Not Seer hits the field, but I doubt I'm going to need it anyway against this kind of opponent. It doesn't look like he's going to have too many creatures, and unfortunately, that does kill our creature. I might kill his Jace. Actually, it's going to flip anyway, so Thought Not Seer is the play either way. But, I mean, hey, that Campbell did 4 damage. That's not too bad for a 3-drop. And he discards another Fiery Impulse, which I'm a bit worried about considering what must his last card be. But I mean, we can just Thought Knot and hopefully get out of his hand. But if he does get, I mean, what could it be? It must be something good. Apologies about the Siren. Apparently, ooh, I don't have colorless mana. Just guess it doesn't really matter too much here. I should have played the tap land though. But I don't think it'll matter too much here unless we... No, I can't think of a draw that punishes us, unless of course it's Obnixless. But Campbell is pretty decent in this matchup. He did discard a second Fire Impulse, so if he doesn't have removal, it's kind of his own fault. And I guess this keeps Titan's Presence online. Fortunately, Campbell's not going to be beating down that Jace, but Jace Ultimate is not something I'm worried about. I should be able to wrestle some control from that thing. Wrestle and Malignity is a good draw. I think I prefer that over Displacer, because I can get them last 2 cards out of his hand. Or he eats a counter spell, so yeah, we'll go like this. Wow, it resolves. Fine with that. And he doesn't do anything. What are them last 2 cards? And, you know, getting exile stuff in the graveyard is nice as well. Double Paw over the pages. Wow, he's running... He's all in. All in on the Paw over the pages plan. But the bad thing about discard is you always see what the top deck, and you know he's going to play... what would be the worst thing we could see? Let's predict our opponent. I don't know, 4 mana is a difficult one. Kaledesh probably is. Actually, no, we've got Titan Strength. I'm not worried about Kaledesh. P and Kieran, I think, would be the worst thing we could see. Or top deck counter spell, actually, would be pretty terrible for us. But I guess we've got the land, so I'm not too worried about that either. So I think I just play. I can't play Thought Knot. I think I just play Displacer here. And keep up Titan's Presence, I guess. But we have a removal spell, and next turn, if he really goes for the Jace Ultimate, which is never a good idea, he should be flashing back these Fiery Impulses. If that was him. But Jace Ultimate just doesn't do anything. It's really hard to get to, and you still need to cast spells afterwards. Like, even if the Ultimate's here, it's still like, what? 2... You need to cast like 6 spells afterwards just to mill me out. It's not exactly a guarantee. If I was him, I'd just be flashing back removal. Let's see if he does it. No, he's still going for the ultimate. Interesting. I disagree with you, Mr. Toothopters, and that is a fantastic thing to exile. So he is Reanimator, I think. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I am. But we will absolutely kill you, my friend. Exiling a Haunted Dead is probably one of the most satisfying things he can do. And we're going to be able to take his Jace off ultimate, I think. Anguish and Maker, never mind, we'll just kill it instead. That worked out pretty well. And now we can stop beating down with this 3-3. I mean, he's empty-handed, but we still need to find a colourless source. We do run quite a few colourless sources. I think the worst draw could be Runes of Ornreef because it comes into play tapped, but I mean if he's drawing non-creature spells then Cabal, whatever his name is, Campbell still does his job. Shoot down one card in hand, so Mindbreaker, I'll get that one card out of your hand, thank you very much. Yes please, I will get rid of, you can have a Paw of the Pages back, make sure not to give him Haunted Dead. Get rid of that Drowner of Hope, that's a good one. So I mean you can kind of see what my deck's trying to do here, even though it did not work too cleanly. But it is doing its job. I mean Vessel of Malignity did really well there. I mean what did it nail? It hit 2 Paw of the Pages. They would be getting our opponent back into this game if he'd still had them in his hand. And he top decks the Sweeper. Magic, you are a cruel, cruel game. I mean, it's all as well if we top deck a land. Actually, I mean, worst case worst, we just beat them down with Shaman Events. Well, that's a bad draw, but I mean, I don't know. Why is Why is he running Haunted Dead and Sweepers? I don't know. I don't know what we're playing, to be honest. I think, I mean, it's Grixis Reanimate, but I don't know. Is it Grixis Madness? I don't know what's going on. Who am I? I could exile my own Shambling Event for a clue, but I don't think I'm that desperate yet. He is playing off the top of his deck, so like every land drop he has does 2 more damage. Sorcery Speed removal's not doing too much for me either. Eventually we will find a colourless source. I think I prefer Eldrazi Displacer or hit him for 2 with Shaman Event. I think Displacer's the play. And then, because last card could be a Lightning Axe, it could be, I don't know. It's not a land, otherwise I think we would have played it out, because I've got discard and he's got like stuff like Drown of Hope in his deck. But, I don't know. I digress. There's the colourless source. All is well in this world. See what's in his hand. Try and get something out of there. 2 lands, okay. Don't know why he's not playing them out. If I did like go Vessel of Malignity there, and he top decks the second Drowner of Hope, then I disagree with that. Maybe he only runs 1 6-drop in his deck, I don't know. But we know he's got 2 lands in his deck, he's down to 4 life, so 2 Shaman Rented. He needs to top deck us. And his draw was Cathartic Reunion, that's pretty good, that's maybe why he's keeping the lands in hand. I'll give him credit for that one. Well, not really credit, but that makes sense. It's a good reason. But, I mean, even if he top decks a Sweepy here, we still take him down to 2 life, and he has to find an answer for Shambling Vents. 2 Shambling Vents. Piece of the puzzle is not going to do it for our opponent. Double play. Okay, it was Reanimate. That's what it tells us there. Well, fair enough. Nothing. I think you misplayed that, Jace. I really do. I think if he'd been flashing back Fiery Impulses, this game would probably be a lot closer. But I don't know. I can't remember if you picked up a Fiery Impulse, so I'm going to activate Shambling Events anyway. Just in case. I guess I could like start flickering. Thought not to see if I really wanted to get cheeky. But the loop could be assembled, but there's no need. Our opponent is dead. Mr. Toothopters. That was a weird game. But I mean, a win's a win, and bad Eldrazi got there at rank 35. Extra coins, a bunch of adverts, you know, all the good stuff, and missed this. And we will jump into a second game here. I've generally found this deck is slightly better versus the slower decks than it is versus the faster decks. I mean, we have stuff like Wasteland Strangler, but it's hard to get stuff exiled turn 3, which is pretty rough. But Eiley is important. We have cards that are nice against the aggro decks, but we can just draw horribly and just die very, very fast. It is definitely much better to be against other mid-range and other slower decks, I think. In general, anyway. But aggro is such a big part of this meta, and it is to be expected that you will play games against aggro, but there's not too much I think this deck can do, especially off the play. Off the play, this becomes very very hard to be aggro. If they go like turn 2 Copter, turn 3, something that can crew it, but this hand is acceptable. So we will get a second black here, I think. We've got a colourless, we've got a white, we've got... So I mean, generally I like to... I've one wisp... I can't speak. I run Whispers of Emrakrul because we do actually have a fairly decent chance of getting Delirium. We have enchantments, creatures, lands, you know, sorceries, instants, all that good stuff, so... I think I'll lead with Vessel, and then, I mean, I'm going to go Matru Shaper, but then we can go turn 4 Vessel plus Whispers of Emrakrul, which will be pretty nice. And then we can start really hurting his hand turn 4 here, and hopefully, I mean, best draw would be Distended Mindbender, and we could emerge it off Matru Shaper and just, you know, hit one weird ticket to value down. But Eldrazi Mimic, we could be having the Eldrazi Mirror, which is not something I expected to see on this video, but it happened, so... Oh, be still my beating heart. It might not even be good. I mean, no, it honestly might be better to just crack Vessel and play Whispers of Emrakrul. But no, I think it is better to just slam a Distended Mindbender if I get the chance here. It's interesting to see if he attacks in. Green colourless Eldrazi. That's generally another mid-range matchup. Okay, I don't know what's better. I think it is better to just Distended Mindbender out here. It's a good blocker, and I'll be able to decimate his hand here. Be able to like pick out like a Reality Smasher and then like a removal spell or something. It doesn't attack. I am over the moon with that. I was not going to block. We will emerge out. Emerge. He's probably got the same idea. Like I said, did not expect the mirror match here, but that is pretty much the ideal draw for this deck. Warping Whale doesn't really do too much. Counter target sorcery spell, but the Scion doesn't do much, the power creature doesn't do much. Spatial Contortion I think I'll get as my 2. Well, I only get to get 1 here, which is actually kind of unfortunate. I don't know, I think... I think I'm just going to take Viral Dema. Yep. Spatial Contortion is a removal spell, but... I don't know, I would have liked another turn for that, I will admit. So we have creature land, we can get enchantment in, so if we can get one more card type in our graveyard, Whispers of Emrakrul will be able to hurt his hand even more. But you can attack here, and then he will be able to kill my creature, but I don't think I'm going to block because I'll be able to pressure his... If he wants to keep the Spatial Contortion, he's going to have to sacrifice some good cards for it. With the Vessel Malignity plus the Wisp of Emrakrul. So... let's go first things first. Let's get you out of the way. See what he gets rid of. So he gets rid of Grapple and Warping Whale. We'll see what the other Whispers of Emrakrul gets from him. And we hit the other Warping Whale, which was probably the worst thing I hit, to be honest. We are flooding out pretty terribly here. So we know his hand is Grapple from the Past and Spatial Contortion. And, well, okay, apparently I can't count. No, we got rid of Grapple from the Past, so yeah. Pulse from Marasa. He did not have that last time I checked. So we knew that's what he drew. I might just trade off here with the... because we didn't get the removal spell out of his hand, he's going to get value from it eventually. And we are kind of playing the defensive game here. And it means he doesn't put another creature on the field, which we knew he drew from the Pulse from Marasa. I think anyway. So hopefully we don't draw land, we draw probably the best draw in our deck. But it might have to sit back on defense, which is kind of unfortunate. In fact, it is going to have to sit back on defense, at least for this turn. But at least we get the counter on it, so it's now a 6 toughness creature, which is pretty relevant. Okay, so... I mean, I'm not winning this race when he's on 26 and I'm on 12. It would take me like, what, 5 turns? Ulvenwald Mysteries is a really good draw from there. But I will trade off here. I mean, I will eat it if he attacks. He does not. We've already done a lot of land. Hopefully Gideon, Ali of beautiful Zendikar. We will, I think, start attacking now. We have definitely become the favourite here. So... I'll keep the land in hand, I think, and I'm just going to stop beating down. Try and close this game out pretty fast. Gideon and Reality Smasher. If there's anything Gideon and Reality Smasher are good at, it is closing out a game fast. And the trample from the Reality Smasher probably means that the soldiers from the Ulvenwald Mystery aren't going to be too valuable here, especially as the clues. He's not got too much mana going for him. I think he was mana screwed for a bit there. Did I exile a land? It did not, but I'll eat this trade. It's a decent trade for me. It didn't cost me a card, and he's gonna get... It's basically, I don't know what it is, but it's okay for me. From Beyond, well, he has to tap out for that, and he gets the clue, but I don't think he's gonna get the chance to do that. He goes Vile Redeemer, which I think is what he got back from the thingy. Oh, I did forget about that, to be fair, but I can put a counter on it if I want, if I wanted to be a nice guy, but I'm not too fussed. Mindwrecker. Got stuff in exile for him, but I still think I'm going to attack, but the question is, do I make a soldier, or do I... I mean, the soldier doesn't line up too well. I think I'm just going to keep going full on aggro here. And then, attacking for 11 when he's on 20. He's probably going to jump with the Scion on the Gideon. Okay, he's not. So now we've got Mindwrecker. Make sure it doesn't tap the Ruins of Oranreef. And then I'll give you one of your cards back. You can have Spatial Warp and Whale back. And now you have to discard. So what are you going to get rid of, my friend? He chooses to get rid of Stalk and Drone. I'm fine with that. Put the counter on. Keep this last card in hand, so maybe he sweats a bit. But I mean, we've got a nice blocker for his Vile Redeemer. We are attacking pretty aggressively. He can't kill Vile Redeemer. I mean, he can't kill Gideon even if he does remove Mindwrecker, and then he's dead on the crackback. So, things are looking okay. Gideon was the draw I needed. We were kind of at parity, and if there's anything Gideon's good at, is just punching through. He does sacrifice a clue. You know, one of his cards is From Beyond, but he is down up against it at the minute, and he is gone. But we'll play this one out because I don't feel like getting a third game after this, because these two have been pretty long. And we might as well finish one up because I don't think it's completely over yet. I don't think we can kill him next turn. You never know. He could like top deck. I don't know. There's probably some combination of draws that he could draw for us. One of his cards is From Beyond. We know that. What can we draw? Declaration Stone. Yep, I think that's the place. Then we plus. And then he is probably going to have to double chump. And then he's going to be left with a From Beyond and... I mean a Ulvenwald Mystery and a couple clues. Or one clue. Versus the World. We'll keep the land in hand again just in case. But to be honest, I've been impressed with Ruins of Oranreef this game so far. It's it hasn't done too much up to this point, but I mean it made the Mindwrecker bigger than the other thing, and it made Reality Smasher big enough that he couldn't like quadruple block it or whatever. But our opponent is buying some time with this Pulse of Marasa. I could give it a counter again if I really wanted to, but I'm not really feeling that. And we did flood out at the start of this game. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's not too bad now. We did have a couple series of nice draws, but things were looking a bit dicey until we cleared up the board and got the Gideon down. I do like this opponent's deck though. It's pretty sweet that he's got a bunch of Pulse Marasas and then, you know, the clue value. It is pretty sweet. I do like it. I just think, I mean, Reality Smash is such a powerful card when you've got like your whole deck's built around like 1/1s that can like jump block and stuff, and then Gideon's just broken by itself anyway. So Anguish of Making, we can kill that enchantment. If we, I mean, this is if he survives this thing. He's got 3 lethal threats across from him. So, and bang. So, I'll take it. That's all I'll say. I did not expect to win 2 matches today. I will be the first to admit. But we did, and that's all that matters, really. We are clearly the greatest. Did we only get 59 damage? I'll be very upset if I go to these quests and I see 59 damage. 58. That's so much better. Woo. Okay. And on that bombshell, I'll say thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later.